ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest for you tonight.
Pump it, 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 pump it.
When it comes to luxury brands, Ferrari is one of the most famous names in the world. With 70 years under its belt, producing the pinnacle of design and performance-oriented machines, Ferrari is the brand everyone strives to own sometime in their life. On today's edition of the Targa Trophy Ride Check, we're getting behind the wheel of the newest model to come out of Maranello, the successor to the widely popular 458. This is the Ferrari 488 GTB. As you all probably know, this is the evolution of the 458, the real first Ferrari that brought everyday usability and reliability to the table. Well, now we enter the 488 GTB with a lot of new features, in particular an entirely new engine, 3.9 liter V8 twin turbo, 661 horsepower. This particular 488, obviously kitted with the Capristo exhaust, also has unique wheel and tire package sporting the Volk TE37s for that sort of Euro JDM look. And on this car, these wheels fit it perfectly. This car also is mated with the Novitec springs that enhance the factory coilover suspension. That's how this car has that really aggressive ride height and stance. This 488 really accentuates a lot of the great things Ferrari's known for. The engine revving out, the seating position, the massive carbon brakes. You're basically getting the ultimate driver's experience you can have. That's what these cars deliver. From a lifestyle perspective, this 488 is definitely on point. There's a lot of mixed reactions regarding the looks of this car. The overall body lines of this car combined with the crazy massive side intakes give this thing a presence that just continues that unbelievable design history that Ferrari cars have had. So I've been driving this 488 quite a bit around LA today, and once again, it's just another reminder of how far along exotic cars have come. You go back to the 70s and 80s, the cars that Ferrari put out, they're crude machines, which kind of went with the ethos of an exotic car. It was, extreme performance with extreme quirkiness and a lot of times unreliability, which really made the cars sort of hit or miss. Today though, now these cars they're pretty bulletproof, very well-made machines. This 488 is no different. Everything on these Ferraris is bespoke, which kind of still gives Ferraris a bit of a quirkiness that you're only going to find in a Ferrari. Sometimes you sacrifice a little refinement for uniqueness.
Well, don't sweat the technique.
So it is still a Ferrari. It's still got that Formula One gearbox. It sounds great, it looks great, it feels great until you start to push it. And that's where we kind of run into our issues. It's just not the most optimal driver's car, I don't think. And that's not to say that it's not still a good car, because I think for the average person, this is probably still a very capable vehicle and something that most people will never be able to get the most out of. Just for that person that's really trying to push and get the most performance out of their car, I don't think it lives up to the other cars that we've tested in the McLaren 675 LT, which is around the same price point, and then the Porsche GT3, especially the Super Street Cup, which is quite a bit less. I just don't think that this car is really worth it for the money. And to me, that's really frustrating because I so badly wanted to love this car after the 458 let me down a little bit. I thought that this was going to be Ferrari's redemption. They went turbos. It's going to be super fast and gnarly and just going to be super exciting. And it's just not, because I can't really trust this car. Some corners you dive in and it feels fantastic, but other corners you dive in and the car just feels all over the place, and like it has no grip at all. It's a spooky feeling, and that's something that it's just not the best driver's car, and I'm a little frustrated about that. I will say, for the average person that's going to buy this car, it has a great backup camera, which is something that you don't get in many supercars these days. So that's a plus, but I don't think it's enough to bring it back from just how inconsistent the car feels when you're trying to drive it in a spirited fashion. And because of that, I think I need to officially say that I like the McLaren and the Porsche both more than this thing.
So to sum up this 488, it's very much an evolved product for the Ferrari brand. From the twin turbo V8 and some of the updates to the interior and whatnot, it's a different experience from those previous cars. Every car they come out with, whether you're a previous owner or a new owner, it's something you want. And this car is definitely no different. Is this the best car on the road? I don't know about that. This car definitely has some stiff competition from Lamborghini, McLaren, Porsche even. These cars are so good now. They're all great in their own right. It really comes down now to personal preference of what you like. Maybe looks are a key factor. Maybe certain performance elements are a key factor. The bottom line is you can't go wrong, and you definitely can't go wrong with this 488. 100% a solid buy, 100% a welcome addition to any garage, and 100% approved from the Targa Trophy crew.